I have been watching what's been happening in Puerto Rico from here and worrying a lot about the catastrophe and thinking about it as an ongoing crisis.
It's just been devastating. And to be in solidarity with the relief and the efforts of supporting Puerto Rico. We've been having weekly canning brigades, pickling brigades, and meeting together to get food that's been donated from farmers directly and preserve it. We set up the music. That's like the first thing we did. We set up a bunch of stations so folks could work together, people to clean, people to chop. Then we're creating brines, and in that process, we're also like just talking, like chismeando, like gossiping, talking about what's going on in our lives, talking about like what dynamics currently exist, talking about race, talking about politics, talking about gender, talking about queerness. And at this point, we have over 300. I think after today, we'll have over 400 jars of fresh food that's been canned and pickled. And some of it has gone already to Puerto Rico with individual folks that have been traveling back and distributed to the comedores sociales, which are the community kitchens, and different places that they can really put it to good use to feed the folks. It's predominantly queer and trans people of color, specifically, who are really leading these efforts and who are really putting a lot of the work in. It's very close to home. They're feeling solidarity with the relief process or like supporting what's going on in Puerto Rico. This has been a really emotional process just because while we're doing this and we're so detached just physically from Puerto Rico, but when you kind of ground yourself and take a moment in thinking about who is this going to reach and what's this going to do. And for instance, some of the food that just recently went back, one of my comrades who took the food back with them, she wrote us back sending us a picture of one of the younger organizers with the jam, and was like, basically, this is the most nutritious thing in her diet that she has access to. I mean, at one point they were giving them dehydrated, expired military meals, or like powdered, like mashed potatoes. So none of it is real food. None of it comes from actual real vegetables, especially not any local vegetables or anything that has been freshly harvested. So I don't think anybody is okay. I think people are like alive or have some access to water, and it's a very complicated situation. People didn't anticipate to the level of where it was, because I don't think that people have experienced that level of devastation, at least not in our lifetime. So the Queer Kitchen Brigade is going to right now continue trying to preserve local food, because we could see this as a short-term effort, but it's really a much more long-term effort. I mean, I think there's a lot of parts to it. It's much more like education and conversations about why this is important. Why are we canning fresh food rather than things that we can buy in the supermarket?